am a passionate cyclist, but I am not some kind of pied peddler encouraging people to do it simply by the force of example. People go by bike in London because they love to go by bike in London, because it is clean, it is green, it is beautiful, it's enjoyable, and it is the way to go for our city. And I want London to be famous, not just as the financial capital of the world, the artistic, the cultural capital of the world. I think our streets should be as famous for cycling and as popular with cyclists as the streets of Copenhagen or of Amsterdam. Cycling in London is getting safer. The rate of serious and fatal collisions has fallen by about a quarter in the last decade. There were fewer people killed cycling on our roads in the last 5 years than there were in the 5 years before that, in spite of the massive increase in the number of people on push bikes in London. And yet people say to me, quite rightly, what are we doing to educate all these people who want to cycle? We have launched a cycle safety tips campaign, which is already proving very popular. We've so far funded training for 8,723 adults and 38,743 children, and that is obviously just the beginning. If you want to learn to ride in London, and if you are apprehensive, then we will certainly do what we can to help you. Well, what about the lorries? What about the HGVs that are so dominant in some of these accident statistics? All lorries contracted to TfL, to the GLA, or to our supply chains will have sidebars, audible and visual warnings, driver training, the special mirrors that they need, all the ways that you would think commonsensical to reduce the risk of collision with a cyclist. And as you know, consulting with the Department of Transport, working with the industry, we are moving now towards a new, safer lorry zone for London. So far, we have fined 243 and actually impounded 14 HGVs. No fewer than 755 cyclists have been fined for offences such as jumping the red lights. And before you accuse me of picking on cyclists, let me assure you that we have also fined 1,392 motorists for offences such as talking on their mobile phones or indeed jumping red lights.